Good to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to give it.
All right.
Give it my all.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 4 of Coulda Been D1. This is the worst week of my fucking life. I'm pissed. You had finally something to cheer about.
Yeah, man, we got hope again. We're back. We're all the way back.
Yeah. Well, you got hope. I have a quick rant. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. This is going to get serious. This is serious talk. This is a serious podcast.
Indeed.
Now, on Sunday afternoon, we saw some things that absolutely disgusted me. And I'm sure many of you as well. So, yes, the Jordan Love pick was bad. It was. It was not a good throw.
Terrible.
Very bad idea. It's kind of what he does, though. It's kind of his thing. It's kind of electric. I would have just preferred he did it like 30 yards down the field instead of like 5, where it kind of fucked us. But my real problem is with the head coach, Matt LaFleur, who needs to be by his because here's the thing. Now, Napoleon, I'm going to need your thoughts as well. But if your team drives the ball down the field in like 30 seconds to get into field goal range, I understand wanting to run out the clock, but also would you feel comfortable settling for a 43-yard kick?
Yeah, 43 is pretty chill.
43 to me, you can run down the clock and settle if you're kicking a ball 35 yards and in. 43 with our garbage ass special teams is the worst fucking decision Matt LaFleur has made in the Green Bay Packers era. Just kidding. We all know it was 2020 when he kicked that field goal instead. This guy's got an obsession with field goals. Hey, Matt LaFleur, your are mine. I'm going to fuck you. But basically, my point is, why are you running the ball 3 times instead of trying to score and win the game? That's the Packers thing. My buddy said it. He said this is a trap game. It's a trap game because we play down to our competition, and when we have a chance to win the game, we don't play to win, we play to not lose. And that's the Packers strategy, and I'm fucking pissed off. And Matt LaFleur, wait. Let me run that back. Matt LaFleur, you don't have you just have because you're are going to be cut with a scissors by my hand. Fuck you.
Wow.
That's my rant. Okay.
The Leatherman with some powerful words there.
Now that I got that off my chest, let me just relax. Take a couple deep breaths. I'm going to the game on Sunday. They play in Dallas. Dallas just lost by 30 fucking points to the Bears. If we don't win by 30 points, then I'm going to have a serious problem. This game, realistically, putting things back into perspective, we lost to an AFC team. Long term, down the road, we were never going to go undefeated. It's probably best we lose to an AFC team now, humble our team, move forward. All right. Now we can get into some celebration.
Yeah.
Panthers versus Falcons. Be young.
Oh my
BY9,
God.
as you like to call them.
Dude, it's been years since we've had, I feel like a win like this. 30 points on a division rival. I mean, it was amazing to see. It was nice to just watch football and enjoy it for the first time, and feels like forever. Good things to say about the Panthers, but really, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I feel like it was mostly trashed by Michael Penix. He couldn't make a read. He was throwing the sidelines. He looked like he was seeing ghosts. His career might be pretty cut pretty short after Sunday. You just can't really do that against one of the worst defenses of all time. What do you think about Michael Penix? Is he?
What I found funny about the Michael Penix game, he was bad, and I think he sometimes plays like a pussy.
Yeah.
But after the game, I heard a report that they didn't even consider starting Kirk Cousins, which just is so funny to me that his
Oh,
career is clearly like and nobody wants to trade for the guy either, bro. Kirk Cousins is in one of the funniest positions of all time, but also one of the best because the dude's making like $40 million a year to,
yeah.
to do nothing.
Dude, he,
So
he can wipe all of his tears with $100 bills.
yeah,
He's got nothing to worry about in that avenue.
I think he's made like $380 million in his career. So shout out to Kirk for
Yeah.
finessing the monetary system. You did it. You done it again.
Get that
White boys are
better.
up again. We did it. But yeah, Michael Jackson hit Penix with it hee hee on that pick. That was pretty nice.
Dude, he should have housed it, honestly.
Yeah.
He was running, he was running. Our D end couldn't block. Penix makes a stop, but man, it was Thieves Avenue. All of our corners were getting picks. JC almost had one too. The secondary actually looks pretty solid, which is really weird. I thought the secondary was gonna be trash going into the year.
Now we can scrub this from the internet, but if we weren't going to, we had a tweet on believe it was Sunday morning, maybe Saturday night, claiming that Kyle Pitts was going to reach the end zone. Now, this is an accountability podcast, so I'm going to let Napoleon take this one. I did not have the Twitter account at the time.
Yeah, I was hacked, plain and simple.
We were hacked on. Yes, this is true. We were hacked.
No, I humbly apologize. I thought our linebackers were 3 to 5 tiers below what they played on Sunday, and I thought Michael Penix was a little bit better at football than what he was.
If you
That was
saw
free
any
money.
balls in my face tweets, clearly, guys, we were hacked. It's not
Yeah,
like well, I don't know who tweeted that. It was not us.
and maybe also the Lamar Jackson thing. I don't know.
We got hacked, guys. Come on. Got to get our account back. We're with Twitter support right now. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. But yeah, bad Sunday, good Sunday, fun Sunday. A lot of blocked kicks.
Yeah, a
And
lot of defensive touchdowns. Oh my God. Hold on. I just want to take a second to actually shout out one of the best defensive performances of all time by a player, and probably the best I've ever seen. Isaiah
mm,
Rodgers, 2 touchdowns, an interception for 6, a fumble recovery for 6, and 2 forced fumbles. First player in NFL history to do all of that. And he did it in a single half. I mean,
really?
yeah,
Holy shit!
literally one half, man. Free agent signing from the Colts, I think it was this last year. I
Sounds
mean,
right.
Colts fans got to be pretty sick to their stomach to see that. I mean, the Carson Wentz debut wasn't even really about Carson Wentz. It was just all Isaiah Rodgers.
The Wentz show was overshadowed by Rodgers. I heard he had
Yeah.
the like I heard he had a perfect PFF grade. Yeah, so shout out to Rodgers. I just saw his TikToks the day before that. He's got a cute little daughter. So that's what
Wow.
you do. That's how you play for your kids. Just like
Dude,
one day.
actually, we got to bring up the father effect. I mean, how many professional athletes go out there, have a mediocre career, have a child, realize like, oh wow, there's something bigger than football here, and just ball out?
I mean, it's across all sports. Once you
It
have a
is.
kid, you're hitting career highs. So I think I'm just gonna start nutting.
Yeah, dude, just find some lovely lady.
Or man,
Yeah, or just not.
start nutting. Pretty simple, guys. How many
Oh,
times do we have to say it's not rocket science before you guys realize it's not fucking rocket science? We're
no.
gonna figure this out.
If you want to make more money, be better at everything you do, just have a child.
All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for the interactions this week. That was a little intro. Had to get that off my chest. Had to victory lap for you,
Yep.
as you've been doing with all your takes on this podcast. It's been very good for you. But we'll get into the questions or takes that we have this week. We got a good amount, guys, so we appreciate it. We will start with Susie, our one and only female listener, I assume, because if you're a woman listening to this, sorry about that.
Yeah, I apologize.
So she said, did this episode cover Cardi B and Stephon Diggs' baby and how this might affect the Pats? No, we forgot to talk about it on the last episode. We can talk about it today. Stephon Diggs needs to see that baby pop out because, as we were just talking about with the kid thing, he's been ass.
Yeah.
So,
His career could really use this. I mean, if he can find a way to get this done by the end of the year, we might be looking at 1,000 yards. Otherwise, he has no place in the league right now.
and yeah, I mean, their relationship is so strong and so powerful, and they're definitely going to last, right?
Yeah,
They
no,
have to.
for sure. I mean, they're gonna get married. They're gonna.
They're both great, parental figures for those out there.
Yeah, I'd assume they both show up for the child in many ways.
Yep.
No posting on social media about the other partner being a deadbeat, a bum, nothing like that at
No,
all.
no
Cheating,
toxicity.
no cheating scandals.
Mm-mm.
Drugs will not be involved.
No pink drugs. No pink pills, none of that.
Yeah.
And so this kind of also makes me think about the Stephon Diggs Cardi B. Do you think this is going to be a dynamic like Russell Wilson with Future and their kid? Is this going to be like a offset Stephon Diggs beef type of thing?
I mean,
Most random beef ever.
the NFL is due for another one of those, so I'm gonna go yes, Leatherman. Yes, it will
That
be.
this might even be a Goodell. Goodell may have planted this one. We're gonna look into that deeper. But you heard it here first. Allegedly, Roger Goodell has planted the Cardi B Stephon Diggs child.
Nope.
Implanted it into Cardi B's. Okay, next we got Joe Schmo. Thank you, Joe, for talking again. We appreciate you. He said, question one, he has, are the Buccaneers a legitimate contender in the NFC, or is this conference just the Wild West of right now with no clear top
Mm.
dogs?
It's a great question, Joe.
They're definitely a legitimate contender, I think, for sure. And they're not even fully healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. They're on the lowest end of the contenders, but they are contenders for sure.
they are scraping together some wins versus some not great teams, which is like, hard to. Their real test is this week. They play the Eagles, so
Yeah,
we'll have a better answer for you probably after this week. But Baker's so fun. Emeka is an absolute dog. We just had the boy Oscar say Emeka is going to be wide receiver one.
he did. He did say that.
And he said MVP for Baker too. I think both those things are definitely possible. I just think that when they play the Eagles or, the Packers or the Lions on the road in the playoffs, I don't think they're going to be winning any of those games personally. But Napoleon, you want to take the second one?
Yeah, and then Joe's asking, is there a lack of grit guys in the NFL, such as Skattebo? I personally feel like there are way too many divas. And Joe, you might be onto something here. I mean, Scatback is out here putting his head on the line for his team. He's just doing everything they ask of him. And then whenever he does that, it gets clowned by the media. I mean, people are posting stuff saying fast track to CTE. It's almost like knocked on now to try as hard as he physically can. So yeah, I mean, I think you're right.
I was going to wait to ask this question in the recap of the games, but I'm just going to ask you right now. Who do you think Cam Skattebo voted for? If Donald Trump could create his perfect NFL player, you'd get Cam Skattebo. I think there's no question about it. Yeah, I'm sure on that ballot it was a lot of red.
Oh gosh.
But he is one of the most fun watches in the NFL. I also tweeted it. His CTE, we're going to be seeing AB levels of CTE out of him. And while his mind and body are still with us, just enjoy it, guys, because he's going to be going off the rails in his career. But he might be a right wing grifter down the road if he's not already.
My gosh.
Anyways, all right, all right. Oh, we have one actually from the boy himself. Next question from Napoleon Bonaparte. He said, "Who will be representing the AFC against Carolina this year?"
Thank you for asking that question. I'd probably say the Buffalo Bills this year. I think they're a favorite. Maybe Kansas. I don't know, but I don't know. That Carolina defense is tough. I wouldn't like any of those teams against them.
I'm gonna kind of rephrase your question. Who does the AFC, who does the NFC South, like who's the division they're playing against in the AFC this year?
The NFC, the Dolphins division.
AFC East.
Yeah, they're playing the AFC East.
Okay, so the Panthers are playing the AFC East. So I guess you're right. They will be playing the Bills this year at some point. They will be representing themselves against the Bills, Pats, Dolphins, and Jets. In terms of down the road, that will not be happening.
Hey, I actually want to circle back to that. I don't know what week the Panthers and Bills plays. I want to say it's like week 11. But I will be doing a bet here. If the Panthers lose that game, I will eat an onion on our Instagram live. Could have been D1. But if the Panthers win that game, we'll be purchasing a Bryce Young DH Gate triple XL jersey and wearing it to the Green Bay.
You can't see it, but we're shaking our hands right now. I actually like this bet a lot.
Yep.
And fuck me if they lose.
Yep.
Ladies out there, fuck me if the Carolina Panthers lose. But we might have to buy that jersey. All right.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck. I like that bet a lot. Napoleon, go ahead and take the next one from James.
James, I hope you're sitting down for this section of the podcast because we got some tough feedback for you. He's asked, how panicked should I be about Drake London? Double question mark.
Very.
Yeah, I'd say as panicked as you should. Just ship him off if you can. If you can get even like a Darnell Mooney, like a Calvin Ridley, if you're lucky, just trade him for that.
I've always been a Drake London doubter ever since he wore that DL chain in Atlanta. Since then, bad looks. Also, we talked about it earlier on the car ride over here, but lefty QBs, man, you don't draft guys that are being thrown to by lefty QBs unless it's 2022 Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
And now we see where that's at. So very risky play. Drake London, not a big fan personally. I think he's just a worse Tet. Not to dick ride too hard.
Yeah, no, I would say yeah. He is a worse Tet.
They're pretty much the same. They're both just bisexual, tall, light-skinned wide receivers.
Yeah, you can toss DK in the same mix.
Sure, yeah.
Same type of guy.
Yeah. All right, so next question is from Return of the Base God. Thank you, BG. You're one of our top subscribers, top performers. Oh, and actually, this is a double part question. Also from the Duke of Yaps, I didn't see we had two, but he said this is about Wisconsin Badgers. Did we just watch Fickle's last game at camp? What's the next step for the Badgers? And then BG said, while we're on the subject, who is your number one candidate to replace Fickle? No, unfortunately, we did not watch Fickle's last game because his buyout is like $30 million. However, he will be joining Matt LaFleur, and they will be both getting they will be getting. Both of them are on watch for now, and yeah, I can't fucking stand the guy. The Badgers program is the most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my entire life. I've been around since 1989 when I was born, and since then we've been a powerhouse program. And Luke Fickle overnight turned this into the biggest monstrosity I've ever watched and witnessed with my own two eyes in my fucking entire life. I'm disgusted with the program. Somebody said on Twitter, they're like, "Is this what it feels like to be a Bears fan?" And even the Bears won this weekend, so we might have it worse. And then to answer BG, to answer your question, who's going to replace Fickle? It's got to be John Gruden, man. That would be so electric. Is he actually going to do it? Probably not. And honestly, I don't know a lot of other college coaches because this is an NFL podcast. But if we can get Gruden in the building, this program is going to be turning around. And if Big Cat can get that Chinese guy to give us all his NIL fund, apparently Wisconsin has an alum with $45 billion in his net worth. So Big Cat, if you can work that out, we might be up. So shout out to that guy. Oh, he invented Timu, bro. That's what I learned.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
a Wisconsin alum invented Timu.
He's
So
got money falling out of his ass.
if we can get some Timu Wisconsin jerseys going, this program is going to be going in the right direction.
Yeah, it could be huge, man.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead. Take the next one.
Next question's coming over from Gooch Jesco the third, Legooch the third. I love it. One, he's asking, is the ACC legit this year? And two, do you think the perceived downswing in QB talent could be chalked up to defensive players staying in college longer, decrease in receiver ability, a mix or something else?
Oh, this is actually a really good question. Is the ACC legit? Yes, they are because Florida State and Miami are in it, and Tommy Castellanos should be the Heisman, and not just because I have his slip to win the Heisman. Are they going to win the Natty? No, they're not. But the ACC is decent. And then I actually really, this is like almost too analytical for my stupid brain to comprehend. I actually like this take though. I think QB talent in college is probably getting worse because we have seventh year seniors on the field
Yeah,
that are 25 years old.
they've been watching film for a while.
But they also have 25-year wide receivers. So I don't know if you can really blame it on that. I think the poor development of NFL QBs is because again and again they keep trying to rush these QBs to be ready to play, and especially when they start them sitting, or they just give up on them way too early. I think the Vikings are, and I know he's hurt, quote unquote hurt, but JJ McCarthy, like he had two bad games and they're already sitting him down again. Whether or not he's injured is up for debate. But you got to let the guys just go through the downswings and then build up. The number one thing you got to do around a young QB is just give them a good old line.
Yeah.
Receivers are like whatever. Just make sure that they have time in the pocket.
Yeah. If you see a guy with a bad line, they're going to develop bad habits. They're going to get
Exactly.
quick with throwing it to the wrong guys. I mean, it's
Cam Ward has one of the worst O lines and receiving core for that matter in the NFL, but I think the arm talent is clearly there. You just got to let him go through these dog shit games he has, and I think he's got a lot of potential. So, good question, Gooch. We appreciate that one. Last one we have is from Square Swallow, not so slim underscore Jimmy. Said longtime listener, second time commenter. What does the benching of Russell Wilson do to Brett Bielema's legacy? Also, is Brian Dable too fat, but also not fat enough to succeed as an NFL head coach?
wow. Great
Uh,
question.
yeah, this is a great question. Now, Brett Bielema built up Russell Wilson to what he is at Wisconsin. And yeah, this definitely affects his legacy because if he was a better coach, Russell Wilson would have lasted 16 years instead of 13 years or however long he's been doing it. So this is really a stain on Brett Bielema's legacy. And also, they just got their fucking ass handed them by Indiana on Saturday. So Brett Bielema should have stayed in Wisconsin. I really like this second question, though. What are your thoughts?
You know, I'm gonna go with yes. I just don't think he has enough. He's not round enough.
Mm,
He's just kind of like a a little bit overweight. He's kind of in a no man's land. You just don't want to be there. It fucks up your identity. No one's going to take him as seriously as they would if he was. You either want to be on one side where you're extremely handsome in your 30s, probably part of the, what's it called? The McVay tree,
Hmm.
just somewhere tied to Shanahan.
A little too focused on, maybe your looks rather than actually coaching.
Yeah, or you got to just be an absolute fucking bowling ball like Andy Reid. You got to have a gourd going.
Yeah.
You have to not have seen your dick in at least 3 calendar years. And Dable's caught in no man's land, so no, he's in the wrong spot.
And I think the problem with Dable is that when he was like first coaching and he had the Giants kind of running shit for a little bit, is when he was like really fat.
Yeah,
But he's trying to do this thing where he's losing weight and like you said, he's caught in this middle ground where you got to either pick one side or the other. You can't be fat but like have man titties. You either got to just go the Andy Reid route
yeah.
or, go to Turkey, get a hair transplant, lose some weight.
Yeah.
So
And if you don't think this is true, I mean, just go look at the numbers, look at their record, look what the team's doing. New York hasn't been relevant recently. I mean, they're ass.
we
Plain and
did we
simple.
did some research too, and if you weigh between 200 and 250 pounds and 290 pounds, which is where Dable sits, your career record is, I believe we did the numbers, your winning percentage is only like 32%,
Yeah. Yeah.
as opposed to Andy Reid, who's 300 plus, and I mean, the rings speak for themselves, so
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
they don't. So good question. Brian Dable, either go on the Zempi and go to Turkey or keep fucking eating
Yeah.
and keep pounding.
Cheeseburgers.
Thank you guys. We appreciate the questions. We will now get into a recap of last week's games.
All right, and then we're gonna move into the one question about each game of week 3 segment here. We had a pretty interesting week, a lot of defensive touchdowns, but let's start off with the Bills versus the Dolphins. Take it away.
Yeah, I got a good one here. It's my question is, at what point does the CTE take over to his brain like the Venom symbiote, and has it happened already? He walked into 80 degree Buffalo with a winter jacket on, and I believe he has reached the hypothermic chain. He has reached the hypothermic stage of the CTE where his brain now just can't tell what's hot or cold, and I'm a little worried about him.
Yeah, dude, it's not a good look. He played all right, and then it
He
kicked
did
in.
that pick at the end. I actually saw it got tipped, so it might not have been as bad as the throw as it looked on TV because it looked really bad. But that game was interesting because it was way closer than I think we all thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
But also I wanted to bring up back to the hypothermic thing. Remember when we obviously AB is the poster boy of CT,
yeah.
CT ESPN. He runs his own show. Remember when he almost lost his foot in that like ice chamber thing he was doing? You
No,
remember that on the
no.
Raiders? People are gonna remember that. He almost lost his foot going into like a fucking ice chamber thing. See, Tua is unfortunately in a very similar situation where we might see loss of limbs from his hypothermic stage of CTE. So that was Bills Dolphins. You go ahead and take the next one.
Yeah, then we're moving over to Panthers versus the Falcons. The question is, can Penix handle the penis nicknames because he's playing like cock right now? He better be able to handle them because they ain't going anywhere anytime soon. He better
Yeah,
figure it out.
the worse he plays, the more you're just gonna see penis get thrown around.
Yeah,
Balls, dick, cock. They're gonna start calling him Mike Cock soon. I'm telling you,
yeah,
and I might start that. Who knows? But he needs to step it up before he gets the penis nicknames. So penis, not that hard. Just throw the ball to your good players. You have Bijan on your team, and
yeah.
maybe this is a scheming issue. I don't know.
It honestly is. They need to figure out how to get the play action going. If you're gonna have Bijan get playing the way he does, just psych people out and then throw it deep. That's what Michael Penix does. He likes to throw it deep, but he doesn't do that anymore.
I just don't think it's acceptable for you to be scoring 0 points versus the Panthers. It's just not
The
acceptable.
last part wasn't needed. We'll just say 30.
All right, that might be a bit of an unpopular opinion. Next we have Commanders versus Raiders, and my question is Trey Tucker the best receiver in the league? Did you see his stat line? He had 3 touchdowns,
Yeah.
145 yards or something. He's elite. Doc
He's
Bowers, you're a fuck play better.
Trey Tucker's a real weapon over there. Just get him the ball and magic happens.
Also, very elite name. So you're passing the name test, you're passing the stats test. You're wide receiver one, buddy. Congrats.
Hey.
All right, moving over to Colts versus Titans. Napoleon, I have a really good question for you. It is, will you be giving a speech at your daughter's wedding when she marries Daniel Jones?
The answer is yes, and I'm honestly I'm kind of getting choked up thinking about walking my baby girl down the aisle and see Daniel Jones at the end of it. I mean, come on, Indiana Jones just gets anybody fired up.
I think I almost can see it in your eyes. You might object to this wedding and take him yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
And I wouldn't blame you.
like I said, I'm jealous of her, and I'm getting close to taking action if necessary.
That guy is a catch, and whoever is banging him, it's going to be your daughter soon. But
Yeah,
you're a lucky woman.
well, as long as it's in the family,
Can't wait for
that's
that
a
wedding.
win.
It's going to be amazing.
And then moving over to the Buccaneers versus the Jets. Are the Bucks all white creamsicle jerseys the greatest jerseys of all time?
I think that they are.
Yeah, those. I mean, they were stunning.
Those were stunning jerseys. I don't know if it's a hot take or not, because I do think that they're better than the orange ones they have.
Yeah,
That white with that orange, Baker was looking hot,
yeah,
and I was getting horny.
dude. Emeka, the way he was just the one-handed catch in that jersey just had everyone frozen.
Another thing too, I'm seeing this is a popular saying going around Twitter right now. We need to stop calling Sauce Gardner Sauce. He is a mod now.
Yep.
He's going by your government name. You got to earn that one back. You've been getting cubbed.
He got moss, dude. He got
Yeah,
moss.
he was getting cut. I mean, he got one-handed mossed
Yeah.
by a rookie, which he doesn't play like a rookie, but a mod. You got to start stepping it up. Next game, probably one of the greatest regular season games we'll have at least this year. Eagles versus Rams. My question is, why the fuck did that fat bastard Jordan Davis take that block kick back for a touchdown, knowing we had plus 3.5 in the money line? Fuck you, Jordan Davis.
Fuck you, Jordan Davis. Indeed. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just add a little snippet here, a clip of Jordan Davis just singing his ass off, so everyone can take a second and just really laugh at this guy because he absolutely sucks and I hate him. But the singing clip is pretty cool.
Why are you 310 pounds running 18 miles per hour? I legitimately think that big of a man running that fast could probably like crush a car.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. The way he picked it up and just took off.
So smooth.
Why are you supposed to fall on it?
I know it's like there's that tweet. It's like every fat O lineman's dream to pick up that fumble, and I get it. So I actually, now that I think about it, it is that fat. It's the fat O lineman dream to pick up that fumble.
Yeah.
Sometimes he got
And
it,
he
but
started running.
shouldn't have done that, man. We had money on the game.
All right, moving over to the Vikings versus Bengals. I just want to say we're actually taking a boycott here at could have been D1. We're boycotting the Bengals until they trade for Jameis Winston. There's actually going to be a petition link at the bottom of this podcast. Make sure you sign, send it to friends, family. The whole world benefits from Jameis Winston wearing that Cincinnati jersey. Jamar does, Chase does, Chase Brown, T. Higgins. Every single fan in Cincinnati, every single fan of football benefits from this. Until then, we're not talking about them. Fuck you, Bengals. Make it happen.
We're gonna stand on some shit for real. You don't even deserve our time of day. So there's some stuff I want to talk about in this game. We're
Yep.
not gonna. We're gonna stand on some shit we're boycotting.
Yep.
All right, next we have Steelers versus Pats. And my question is, did Stephon Diggs and Cardi B get married? Because I'm pretty sure legally you're supposed to get married before you have sex. And she's pregnant, so was the marriage quiet? Was anyone there? I'm just kind of looking into the logistics of how that all happened.
Yeah, I guess they must have been then, huh?
Wonder how he proposed.
Yeah.
Yeah, premarital sex is disgusting. And guys, he better have put a ring on it. Otherwise, I disavow.
Yeah.
We might have to boycott them too.
Maybe a pink ring. Moving over to the Jags versus the Texans. Everyone in the world's wondering, is CJ Stroud colorblind?
And my question also is, would you let him date your daughter?
If there was one man left on this planet and he was CJ Stroud, I would come down in the form of an asteroid and take him off this earth. The
Yep.
answer is no. Fuck no.
If there's one CJ Stroud in our daughters, and that's the only way to repopulate the earth, it's over for everybody.
Yeah, humanity's done.
I can't fucking stand watching that guy. I'm not sure if he knows what color his team is wearing, and he just looks stupid. So
Yeah.
fuck you. And I know his O-line sucks, but fuck him. All right, sorry. I just saw the teams here, so I'm a little bummed out. But Packers versus Browns. My question is, does Matt LaFleur spend too much time in the mirror and not enough on the game plan? Fuck you, Matt LaFleur. We're gonna skip past that one. Next, we have Seahawks versus Saints, and I have a little self-reflecting to do. Speaking of mirror talk, I'm gonna look in the mirror and say, was I wrong about Sam Darnold? Because he's still slinging that motherfucker. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought he was just a product of his scheme, but he might actually be good at slinging the pill.
And when you got JSN to throw to, yes, your job is a lot easier because that guy's a dog. But man, he throws a good ball.
He does, dude. He does. He keeps you in games.
That was a blowout win. And again, Spencer Rattler, Minshew, not bad. Honestly, not bad. Go ahead. You can take the next one.
Chargers versus Broncos. The question is it over for Najee? First of all, apologies for the Achilles tear, Najee. You know, it's a tough one. But the brother had no pop before the Achilles. He's probably not going to have much after.
That's a bar. Unfortunate bar.
I'm sorry, Najee.
Yeah, I don't know if it's well, it's definitely over now, but the question really, I guess, is was it over before that even ever happened? And the answer is probably yes, it was.
Yeah.
He's like Mr. 3.8 yards per carry, so guy's a fucking bum. Next, this one was a hard watch for everyone involved. Cardinals versus 49ers. And my question is, would Marvin Harrison Jr. be better if he just didn't have hands?
Maybe. I mean, then
It's not using them.
he would at least just kind of hook it in a little bit. I don't know.
That guy is it's easy to blame Kyler Murray, and if you went that route, I'm not gonna be mad at you at all. But at some point, this guy's dropping balls right in his fucking hands,
Yeah.
and it's really sad to watch because he was picked, was it fourth?
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
if we're gonna be shitting on Caleb Williams every chance we get for
Hmm.
being this huge quarterback prospect, supposed to be generational guy, comes into the league, still puts up stats, but isn't really hitting those expectations. We got to be doing the same exact thing to Marvin Harrison. Because, I mean, they told everyone, they told me, they had me convinced this guy was like can't miss pick,
Hmm.
one of one wide receiver, one in every 10 draft classes, and he's has not been that at all.
They were saying he was the best receiver to come out of OSU out of all those good receivers, and I that couldn't be further from the truth.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm taking Ted Ginn out of OSU over him.
Now you're talking crazy. Ted Gimm's lowlights, if you want to go watch something that'll just piss you off, it's actually pretty close to Marv's stat highlights now that I think about it.
Yeah,
But he sold Cam Newton really bad, and it's a hard watch. I know you don't.
yeah. No, we're not.
Anyways.
We're gonna keep it moving.
All right, next question. Bears versus Cowboys. Is Caleb Williams good, or are the Cowboys just that bad? Mind you, they made Russell Wilson look like a superstar, so
Yeah, the Cowboys are pretty dog shit, and they're even worse now without CD. They're falling off hard.
I think the Packers are -7. We're gonna get into that later, but the Packers should win that game by 20 points.
Yeah,
Now, I will say I shit on Caleb Williams a lot because I have to. Obviously, it's my job. That's our job. It's our job.
yeah. We get paid to do
We
it.
get paid to do it. We don't get paid anything. But theoretically, we get paid to do it. Yeah, he looked good. His receivers were wide open. I think this was also the Ben Johnson coming out party. He was scheming up some good shit on Sunday.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, eventually something had to click over there. But yeah, I mean, those stats: 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. You can't really say that's bad, no matter who you're
Yeah,
playing.
can't deny that. I agree.
Moving on to the Chiefs versus Giants. I know the weatherman had a great question earlier about the scat back. You know where he's voting. But the next question is how many TDs will Dart throw this season? I'm gonna say under 10.
So he had, oh, wow.
Under 10.
Wow. He has 14 games to work with, and that's if
Yeah, actually.
they play him for the whole year. You got Malik Neighbors, so you got to think that's at least 7 right there.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna give him 12 touchdowns.
Let's do it. Let's do a touchdown. We don't have to do yards. Yards are like so unpredictable. Let's do a touchdown to interception ratio for him. What's your expectations? I'm gonna go with 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 8 interception. I'm gonna go 8. 16 to 8.
I'm gonna go 13 and 10.
Okay.
13
Yeah.
and 10. It's gonna be tough. That offense isn't great.
It's really bad. They
Yeah.
just lost Tracy, but they got DTJ Jr. back there. They got Donald Trump Jr. in the backfield, and he has been electric. Whether or not his body will allow him to continue to do that, as he is a literal bowling ball out there, we'll see. But he's a fun watch. All right. Lastly, Ravens versus Lions, a great Monday night game. Goodell, you've been cooking this year, Goodell. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I will say my question is, has Father Time finally caught Derrick Henry?
He might have, man. I didn't think he would fall off in the way he is, but the fumble demon is not one you can really beat. Oh man.
He is, and he still is good. He broke off like a 30-yard touchdown. He still
Yeah.
got it. He's still good, but I think he's got we're gonna see, I think, a steep decline to go down the rest of the year, or he'll be mad as fuck and he'll be Derrick Henry and he'll be elite. Which, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. But those fourth quarter fumbles, he's like solely responsible for two of the Ravens' losses this year. So, Father Time is certainly knocking on the door.
Yeah, he's close.
LeBron might out Father Time Derrick Henry, which would be wild.
His entire career will be overshadowed by the LeBron post first Cavs run.
I think that Derrick Henry's
LeBron post.
entered the league after LeBron's ring in 2016. Or maybe they entered at the same time. So LeBron from,
Derrick Henry joined that. No, he did
no,
not.
I think he's from 2016.
Oh my gosh.
She's been doing it a long time. So shout out to Henry. But
I'm an old man.
yeah, dude, swear. He was like not doing anything at first too. But
Yeah.
basically, if I can find any way to relate the shit to LeBron, you know I'm going to do it. That's kind of what I do. That's kind of my thing. But that's all the questions we have this week about this week's games. Anything else in particular that, stood out to you about any of these games?
I guess more so a long-term question for you, Weatherman, here
Hmm.
is who would you say is going to be the running back of our generation between
Hmm.
Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, and Derrick Henry?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go with Saquon. Saquon's already got the ring. His team is clearly so far above the other two. Well, not the Ravens. I guess they're actually both good. Let me rephrase that. My answer is Saquon Barkley, because I do think the Eagles are gonna get another ring, and he isn't really slowing down. Now, fuck it. You know what? While I was just kind of spewing bullshit there, I realized I have Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey on my Achilles tear list. Outlook watch. I'm just gonna go ahead and add Derrick Henry to it. We're gonna see
Dun dun
some
dun.
pops this year.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So I'm just gonna completely ignore the question and just say someone's popping their shit this year, and it's gonna be a hard watch.
Yeah, I hope it's not the guy I have on fantasy.
Which one is that? Is it the white guy? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the white boy. Shout out to the white RB. Are the white RBs back? That's actually a good question.
That is a great question. Scatback's bringing him back full force. He's going to be the leader. He's going to be the face of them.
Scatback and McCaffrey are low key, besides Jonathan Taylor, they're kind of the two best running backs in the league right now.
Yeah.
Debate.
Yeah,
Up for
I'd say
debate.
they're up there.
Shout out to White RBs. All right, thank you guys. That was a recap of last week's games. Unfortunately, Hawk was shot and killed in a Vegas club, so he will not be on the show this week. But we're gonna see if CPR can be done if we can get him back.
Yeah.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Should be back soon, guys. Don't worry about it.
But he did get shot in the chest.
It did happen.
That's what happens when you do. All right, thanks, guys. We're gonna get into the predictions for next week's games. Thank you. What's going on, guys? We will now get into the picks segment of the show. Napoleon and I are at our unfortunate desk jobs, so this might be a slight speed run, but we do it for the CBFFs out there. We do it for the fans. All right. Starting with tonight's game, we got Seattle at Arizona. Seattle is -1.5. I'm actually going to take Arizona spread in this game.
Wow, why is that?
I'm not sure because usually and I'm going to keep this quiet because there's probably people around. That terrorist, Kyler Murray. Yeah,
Yeah.
usually I don't bet on that guy, but we're gonna bet on him today. Why? I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, I think you're crazy for that one. I'm taking Seattle 1.5. James Conner did a lot of things right for that team. Kyler Murray's gonna get exposed.
I totally forgot that guy's hurt. Whatever, it's Trey Benson's season. All right, moving on. Holy shit, this says on ESPN. We're on the ESPN app, by the way, guys. Until DraftKings sponsors us, we'll be using ESPN spreads. This says tickets as low as $799 for this Minnesota Pittsburgh game that's in Dublin. Uh, can't say I'll ever be
Wow.
paying $800 minimum for a ticket. But anyways, Minnesota is -2.5. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep riding Rodgers, even though I actually do think Minnesota is gonna cover this. But fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I don't think Minnesota's offense is gonna get much going against the Pittsburgh defense, but I do think the Pittsburgh offense is gonna flop miserably against Minnesota defense, but it'll stay a close game. I'm taking Steelers 2.5.
Under could be the play for sure.
Yeah.
Next we got Washington at Atlanta. Washington is -1.5. Jaden Daniels, I think, is not going to be playing. This is kind of a tough one. I'm actually going to take Atlanta, I think, at home. +1.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have to bounce back from that last week. You don't lose 30-0 and not at least keep it close. I'm going Falcons.
I agree. At home, bounce back. We're gonna see it this week. Unless Jaden Daniels plays, then I'm flipping my play. That's my
Yeah,
take.
same here. Same here.
Okay, so that one we'll do game. That's a game time decision bet. But anyways, next we have New Orleans at Buffalo. Buffalo's -15.5. This is, I mean, I honestly, this is unfortunate for New Orleans. They also are just going from Seattle to Buffalo. For some reason going to take Buffalo spread -15.5. That's a lot of points, but
Yeah, dude, I'm
Saints
I'm
are
I'm
dog
tailing
shit.
you. I'm tailing you. I thought 11.5 was too much against Miami. I was right. But New Orleans is they're gonna get abused. We're going Bills.
They're also flying across the country, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
15.5 is a lot of points, but I had a better thought. I'm gonna cut that. Anyways, Cleveland at Detroit. Detroit is -9.5. I think I'm gonna okay, I lied. I'm gonna take Detroit -9.5. I think the Packers are just they just had a bad game in Cleveland. I think the Lions are an absolute wagon. I think they're gonna cover 9.5.
I'm thinking Browns 9.5. I think they're gonna keep it semi close. The Lions are still gonna win pretty comfortably, like eye test wise, but I think the score won't show that as much. I'm going Browns.
I think that's fair because the Packers actually would have covered that last week anyways if they would have stopped trolling. So I agree. That's not a bad take. I'm gonna just rock with the Lions though because I already said it and fuck it. But you're right. Cleveland's defense is
Yeah.
like the best in the league. Next we have your boys. Your boys in blue are heading to New England plus five and
Yup.
a half dogs. And the Patriots, they don't really move me to be honest. But God. What are your thoughts? I don't know. I want to hear what you say first.
Well, I always back the boys in blue, support our boys. I'm going Panthers 5.5. The Carolina Reapers have been the Reapers for a reason. They get coaches fired, they get players under the hot seat, they eliminate guys from playoff contention, and that's what they're going to do to Drake May. They're going to make him look really, really sad. And I think Panthers plus 5.5. I like money line here too, as I always do. It's great value there.
Completely unbiased as it is every week that we've
Yeah.
taken. Actually, Carolina is 2-1 versus the spread this year, so they're actually covering their games.
Yep.
5.5 versus New England, who I think is just mid as hell. I actually like it as well. I think this would be like
Yeah.
this is going to be like a 21-17 game. So I'll take
Yeah.
Carolina as well. We got the Chargers at the New York Giants. LA is -6.5. We got the Dart show, the Dart debut, and that's not going to help them at all. I think the Chargers are still going to probably cover this game -6.5.
Yeah, I'm going Chargers too. Welcome to the league, Jackson Dart. That's my prediction.
Let's make a quick. We did it in the first segment. We did a Jackson Dart season prediction. What are your predictions for this game? Give a rough stat line.
I think he's going to go for 217, a touchdown, and 2 picks.
That's yeah. I think I kind of like that a lot. The Chargers defense is pretty fucking good. So
Yeah.
definitely got his work cut out for him. We got the scat boy though, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, next game, potentially game of the week. Actually, Baltimore plays at Cincy. That's probably better. But Philly is at Tampa. Philly is -3.5, and Tampa kind of owns Philly. I'm gonna take Tampa +3.5.
Wow, that's interesting. I want to tell you, but Mike Evans not playing is just going to hurt that Tampa offense. I think the Eagles are going to blow them out. I'm taking the Eagles.
Godwin is back this week,
Yeah, just
reportedly. But we'll see. This is a toss up. I'm gonna hate on the Eagles like always because that's just kind of my thing. Next, we have Tennessee at Houston. Houston is -7.5. Wow,
what?
that is a lot of points. They're so bad. Both these
Yeah,
teams are on my ban list. Like I don't want to bet on either of them ever again, but
no,
that is a lot of points, dude.
it is a lot.
For how bad Houston's defense might score. Actually, this is my prediction for this game. I'm going to take Houston -7.5. I don't know why, but my prediction is that Houston's defense scores a touchdown. It's not that bold, but their defense is still really good, and Cam Ward still is playing with nobody on his fucking team. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go Titans plus 7.5. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. Two stinker programs. Get this game off of television. That's all I gotta say.
Burn this game in hell. I agree. Next, we have a very fun game. We got Indy going to Los Angeles to play the Rams. The Rams are minus 3.5, and I'm gonna take the Colts plus 3.5. I don't know. Let's keep riding with them. They're a wagon this year.
Yeah, what are the Colts versus spread this year?
I want to say they covered every single game because they, I don't think they were favored in their first two games, and they won both. So
Yeah, all right. I'm joining the party. We're riding Colts. Indiana Jones to the moon. I think money line's a good hit here too.
I think dude, this is yeah. There's a couple really good games this week, including this one. This will be a fun one. Maybe Indiana Jones will get exposed, but I don't know, man. He's kind of fucking raw. All right, next we have this is another just blow up the stadium game. We got Jacksonville at San Francisco. San Francisco's minus three
Ew,
and a half. This is a disgusting game. I don't
ew.
God, it's making me sick just thinking about just putting this game on my TV. Mac Jones, I think, is still going to be playing. I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 3.5. That's wow. I just got sick to my stomach thinking about saying what I just said.
Yeah, it is really gross. I think it's finally time the Prince Tila gets just completely humiliated. I'm taking 49ers minus 3.5. I think multiple turnovers from Tila. Yeah, that's all got to say about that. Just terrible, terrible game.
Terrible game, really disgusting game. At least it gets saved at the same time by Baltimore at Kansas City, where Baltimore is minus 2.5. So this will actually be the game on everyone's TV because you're not going to watch that absolute monstrosity of a game before it. So this is the battle of the 1 and 2 teams. I wouldn't say it's a must win for either of them. I think they're both still going to easily make the playoffs, but
Yeah, I think they
I'm going to
both
go
will
ahead and
too.
take Baltimore minus 2.5. I think the Chiefs offense it's just too shitty right now.
Yeah, I'm joining you on that. I think the Ravens are a better team all the way through. I'm taking Ravens 2.5.
I think I might take the over in this game though, because Baltimore's defense is really fucking bad.
Yeah, yeah,
But it'll be a good game. Lamar always turns up versus the Chiefs, I feel like, except if it's the playoffs. So we'll see. But anyways, next we got Chicago at Las Vegas. We got Caleb Williams going to gamble his life savings away, and the Vegas is minus 1.5. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take. No, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know.
I'm taking the Bears. Another terrible game, but I don't know. The Raiders have looked really, really bad at football. I'm going Bears.
Yeah, Geno Smith is actually still on my ban watch as well. I agree with you. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Bears plus 1.5, and I'm not happy about it. Next, we got the G-Men going to Dallas. I'll be at this game. I'm gonna probably put a clip in the next podcast of me screaming or something if Jordan Love just starts dicing. Green Bay is minus 6.5. I'm gonna take Green Bay spread. I'm gonna bet
Wow.
a lot on this game. There's a little Weatherhawk teaser on this game. The fans are gonna love this one. I'm taking Green Bay minus 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm going to join you there. Part of me wants to say that since this is such a big game, they'll keep it close, but the Cowboys are a shitty program right now. If they don't have anything to score, which they don't with CD, then they're just going to get blown out every time.
Yeah, no CD is a huge factor because they're throwing to Jalen Tolbert and Cavante Turpin, who Turpin's
Yeah.
actually kind of electric, but that they're in hell right now and their
Oh,
defense is terrible. So,
look for a big Pickens day, guys. If you got him on fantasy, play Pickens, must start on my watch. He's going to get the rock.
all right. And if that doesn't end up turning out well, we'll delete this whole podcast. We're not
Yep.
admitting to anything being wrong ever.
Yeah, we'll delete the whole episode.
Well, we will. And then Monday night, I actually don't even. Well, we're boycotting the second one, but this is the worst slate of Monday night games I think I've ever seen in my entire life. We have the Jets at Miami. Miami's minus 2.5. I mean, this is just a gross, gross,
Yeah.
gross, disgusting game. I'm gonna take the Jets plus 2.5. Miami is awful.
I'm gonna go against you here. I'm going Dolphins. I think Tua looked good for most of the last Thursday night game. And he'll be playing against a team levels below that. So I'm taking Dolphins.
All right, yeah, we're gonna skip past the next game too. We're on boycott watch, so we will not be talking about Cincinnati at Denver until Jameis gets traded to Cincinnati. So
Yep.
we're not going to bet on it. We're not going to acknowledge it. And it's just not even a game in our eyes.
Yeah, and just so you guys remember again, there's a link to the petition below. Make it happen. Goodell's gonna see it if we can get enough likes. Let's make it
We
happen.
Goodell literally told us we only need 10 signatures. So if we get 10
Yeah.
sigs, they'll literally send Jameis to the Bengals for free. So do your
Yep.
part, make a change. All right, guys, thank you so much. This is the end of episode 4. We appreciate your constant engagement. We appreciate the comments. And yeah, we'll be back next week. We heard you guys might be interested in Tuesday episodes. We think that's a good idea. So might be bringing that to you. We're going to talk about it. We will
Yep.
die for our CBFFs, for our fans.
We
So
will. We will, man.
thank you guys. We're going to get back to our corporate jobs that we totally love. All right. Thanks. Bye.